Welcome to Anita the Pedagogue channel. Today we want to look at writing, that is composition, and our topic is on writing to argue. There are so many reasons why we write: to inform, to educate, to entertain, to persuade, to argue. Today we are writing to argue. So we are looking at argumentative writing, how to put together an argumentative essay. Let's begin with what an argumentative writing is all about. In argumentative writing, you either agree or disagree to a topic or an issue that has been put before you. You have to give reasons in support or against the idea, issue, or topic you've been asked to write in argument for or against. In argumentative writing, your aim is to persuade your audience to agree with you or to change their mind about an issue. Look at the following examination topics. 1. Write arguments for or against the topic. Parents should be held responsible for their children's actions. 2. Write arguments for or against the topic. Students must be allowed to use mobile phones in school. 3. Write arguments for or against the topic. Life in the city is more dangerous than that in the village. Anytime you are given an examination question like this, you are supposed to either write for or against an issue. What does it mean to write for? When you write for, it means that you argue in favor of the issue or idea. So let's take the first examination question, which says write arguments for or against the topic. Parents should be held responsible for their children's actions. If you write for this topic, it means that you are saying that parents should be held responsible for their actions. You are in support that if any parent, should any child do something wrong, that parent should be held responsible. But if you write against this topic, you are in other words saying that parents should not be held responsible for their children's actions. And when you do this, you give what reasons for it. I want us to move on now and look at the features of argumentative writing. I want us to move on and look at the features of an argumentative writing. When you are given a topic to write, you first need to give it a heading, and give a heading that is precise and tells the reader what to expect. Again, you need to give an introduction. In your introduction, you are supposed to explain the topic, discuss the issue briefly, or define it basically. Then you go on to write the body of your essay, where you consider the facts and ideas on both sides, that is, ideas for or against the issue. And you do this by giving evidence and reasons. Again, when you are writing the body of an argumentative writing, give rebuts or counter-arguments. Counter-arguments or rebuts are when you take time to look at the other view of your opponent, or you look at the other view which you do not necessarily agree with. Again, all the arguments you make should move towards a conclusion that states and emphasizes your viewpoint. I would like to add that you should be mindful of the audience that you've been given to write to. Students, use appropriate registers to write. Also be sure to use varied sentences. Use both simple sentences, complex sentences, compound sentences. Use all the various forms of sentences when you're writing to make your language apt. Now let's look at the use of evidence or facts. When we say use evidence or facts when you write an argumentative writing, we are saying that make use of statistics, expert or witness comments, and personal experience. So when we take statistics, an example of using statistics is the mention of 20% of people have been vaccinated. The fact that you have mentioned the exact amount of people, whether it's 50%, 100 people, 500 people, anytime you use these numbers, these percentages, you are giving statistics. Again, make use of expert or witness comments. For example, the Minister of Health revealed that there was an outbreak of cholera. This is an expert comment which could be very useful in your argumentative writing. Also, you can make use of a personal experience that will support the issue you are discussing about or help buttress the point you are speaking against. An example is, I have witnessed a mob action where a suspected thief was lynched at an open market. So this is a personal testimony, what you can also call an anecdote. Now let's move on to the features. Your argumentative writing must have a conclusion. In your conclusion, try to emphasize the points you have already explained in your body. Let's move on to some phrases and conjunctions that can help you in transitioning while writing your argumentative writing. To add more information, use expressions like additionally, furthermore, moreover, also, in addition, besides, and so on. To show contrast, use words like however, nevertheless, on the contrary, on the other hand, in contrast, whereas, while, and so on. To show similarity or comparison whilst making your argument, you can use words like likewise, similarly, in the same way, or in like manner. And to show cause and effect, use some conjunctions like consequently, therefore, thus, hence, as a result, accordingly, for this reason, etc. To show time, you should use some conjunctions like meanwhile, subsequently, thereafter, later, next, then, afterward, or in the meantime. To conclude or summarize, make use of some phrases like in conclusion, to sum up, finally, therefore, in summary, in brief, all in all, overall, or as a result. Now I want us to move on and look at a sample argumentative essay where we can see some of the evidence we have discussed. The topic for this sample essay is regular exercise has no benefits. Argue for or against the topic. This is our question. So first, we have our heading, the benefits of regular exercise. We have a sample argumentative essay here based on this particular question. So let's look at the features of argumentative writing in this particular essay. We begin with the heading, which is the benefits of regular exercise. Now the question says regular exercise has no benefits, and you are either supposed to argue for or against this topic. If you are for this topic, then it means that you believe or agree that regular exercise has no benefit at all. But if you disagree, then it means you believe that regular exercise has a benefit. So our heading is very precise. It says the benefits of regular exercise, telling us right away that the writer is going to argue against the topic. It means that the writer does not accept that regular exercise has no benefits, but rather believes that regular exercise has some benefit. And so this particular heading helps us to know that the writer is arguing against the topic. Next, we have the introduction, which explains the topic, defines it, or gives us a brief information. So our introduction starts with a rhetorical question. Is regular exercise beneficial at all? When one walks to their room, has a bath, or eats, they exercise their muscles. Why then should one invest more time engaging in regular exercise? Well, exercise has numerous benefits for both the physical and mental health of individuals. Doctors and healthy living activists launch campaigns to encourage people to engage in exercise. So this is a very precise introduction that says right away that regular exercise has some benefits. Let's move on and look at the body. And in the body, you can see that there are a lot of words in red, and these are transitional words. Okay, some are marking time, some are for contrast, some are to include further information, some are to show that they are going to rebut. And in the body, you would realize that both the advantages and disadvantages have been expressed in very subtle but effective ways. So let's look at the very first paragraph in the body. Firstly, exercise is crucial for maintaining a healthy weight. It helps burn calories and fat, which in turn reduces the risk of obesity and related health issues such as heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Additionally, regular exercise can help increase muscle mass, which further boosts metabolism and aids in weight management. Let's look at some of the things others might argue for when they say regular exercise has no benefits. So let's go to, even though others argue that it is a total waste of time because every muscle they move amounts to physical exercise, health experts disagree. So here, the writer goes on to talk about the fact that regular exercise has benefits, even though others think it is a waste of time. So, in argumentative writing, you make sure that you set out the facts, even as you carefully state the which part of the issue you support. Let's move on to the conclusion. In the conclusion, you need to re-emphasize what you have stated as your points for supporting the topic, in this case, in speaking against the topic. So, in conclusion, the benefits of exercise are numerous and cannot be ignored. Regular physical activity can improve physical and mental health, prevent chronic diseases, and enhance overall quality of life. It is important to make exercise a priority and incorporate into our daily routine. If you want to have a healthier and happier life, make regular exercise your friend. Okay, so that is our sample argumentative essay. Now let's take a look at some likely examination questions. Write arguments for or against the topic. Parents must be held responsible for their children's actions. 2. Write arguments for or against the topic. Students should be allowed to use mobile phones in school. 3. Write arguments for or against the topic. Life in the city is more dangerous than that in the village. 4. Argue for or against the topic. The use of animals for scientific research must be banned. And the last question you should try is argue for or against the topic. Physical education should not be mandatory for all students. I do hope you enjoyed this lesson on argumentative writing. Do like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do let me know which writing or composition topic you would like me to feature in my next video. Keep learning and be the best version of yourself.